Now, most of you, right, who watch this channel is either new to law enforcement or you are new recruits, or probably you are interested in having a career in law enforcement. Now, there's no doubt, that being a police officer is a stable job that can take care of the bills, right? Um, and it comes with some benefits and some perks. However, law enforcement is not your typical 9 to 5 job. There is more to it than that. And so I've put together 9 talking points that I believe will help you in deciding whether or not, right, being a police officer will be a good career choice for you. Now, the first thing on the list is don't expect to get rich. This is a government job, keep that in mind, and government don't actually pay for work that is done. Your starting pay as a constable will not be anything to brag about. If you are not currently working, it will be a significant difference, right, in not having a salary, or depending on your current job you are doing now, you may see a great increase in your spending capacity. But as I stated before, don't expect to get rich from just the JCF salary, right? The amount of work and the amount of pay don't add up, right? A lot of persons quit law enforcement because of that very reason. So before you make a decision, right, inquire about the salary scale so that you might be able to accurately take care of your expenses. You can budget what you make, right? Now, number 2, be prepared to be scrutinized on everything that you do. Now, in this line of work, everyone thinks that they know your job better than you do. As a matter of fact, you don't see anyone telling the doctor or the firefighters how to do their jobs, how to pull the water hose, or how to do their surgeries. But whenever it comes down to law enforcement, everyone knows more than you do. Don't let that get to you, right? That is just the nature of this job. Now, number 3, you will be a different person in 10 years or less. It's so now weird, don't, but that is the truth, right? It is facts. The people around you will notice that change, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you will become better than those around you, but the way how you see things and the way how you interact with the people will change. This is due to the transition from being a regular citizen to a police officer who knows the laws and know what to do. Now, there's also a change that is caused by your experiences on the job. Whether you like it or not, or whether you want to or not, your personality will change. The average police officer, right, has seen a lot of things throughout their career. They have seen human remains. They have interviewed persons or child, victims of child abuse. They have watched people die. They have witnessed the aftermath of horrific events, right? They have been in fear of their lives. They have been in fights. They have been shot at, and a number of other things, right? Police officer could honestly, right? Any one police officer could honestly experience all of these things in 1 week. Now imagine repeating this over the course of your career, right, guys? A police officer is no different, from your regular person who experienced one traumatic incident and that changed them for their entire lives, right? Police officers experience traumatic events constantly, and as a result, they experience a change in their personality. Traumatic experiences is almost inevitable in law enforcement. That is something that you must be aware of. Now, number 4, there is a high possibility that you will get injured on the job. Now, people, policing is not your typical 9 to 5, as I said before. It is a very high risk, fast paced kind of job that does not pay much for those risks, right? The possibilities are endless. You might get shot at, who knows? you might be involved in a physical altercation with someone who is resisting arrest. And there are plenty more scenarios I could talk about. But the point here is be prepared for that eventuality. Now, number 5, the stress of law enforcement is very huge. Never hesitate to talk about your issues with other officers or seek counseling. Now, dealing with people on a whole, dealing with people on a day in, day out basis can be, the stress can be overwhelming, right? There will be those days where you will want to vent. A build-up of stress will affect your ability to perform your basic duties, your basic functions, and that will lead to an unprofessional behavior towards people. Now, if you can't handle stress well, then you may want to reconsider law enforcement as a career choice. You will be put through the ringer at the police academy to test your tolerance, but the academy cannot accurately replicate real world experiences. Persons out there, they are very stressful to deal with, and it will have a impact on your mental capacity. Now, number 6, we are human too. You will make mistakes, right? Just always put officer safety first, and in all things let your report be the facts of the events, right? Let your work speak for itself. Now, number 7, this job requires you to treat everyone with respect and dignity. You will never know who you are talking to. Always respect others and treat them the same way or you would like your fellow colleagues to treat your family members whenever they come into contact with them. Just remember that treat people or you would want your fellow officers to treat your friends or your family members, right? Number 8, this job requires you to be unbiased in all things. Never judge people by their background or by their appearances. Policing is a job where you are required to treat everyone fairly without favor or affection, right? So not because a person isn't wearing a suit and tie or isn't elegantly dressed, right, means that they don't deserve to be treated equally and with fairness, right? Now, last but not least, number 9, you are not saving the world. Please remember that you are not Superman, so don't play hero and give away yours and your colleagues' life. There's a job to be done, yes, we understand that, and it must be done. But do whatever is within your capabilities. There are instances, where you can go over and beyond, but not in cases where your life will be in danger. For example, you see someone running away from you into pitch darkness, right? Once you don't have eyeballs on that person, that situation is not worth the risk of you losing your life. So don't go chasing and end up losing it, right? A dead police officer cannot save anyone. Think before you act, right? Wait for backup at all times. Nothing is wrong if that person gets away this time. There will always be more opportunities to get to that person, right? Now that is it for me today, guys. I hope this video was helpful. Leave a thumbs up if you like the video, and please consider subscribing to the channel. Catch you guys in the next one. Until next time, blessings.